Very dear students, so today we are going to study the first chapter of our science subject, that is belonging to 6th class, and that chapter is, its name is food. So it's very important not only for your study purpose, for your health purpose also. This chapter is very crucial, and it can boost your knowledge also regarding our culture, whatever we are eating in India, different states, different cities, and whatever is our eating habits, we will notice about that in this chapter. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the food variety, mean what different kinds of food we eat. So for that, simplest one of the activities there, you can generally discuss it with your friends also in a simple conversation. You can ask your friend whatever he ate in the morning, in the lunch time, in the dinner time yesterday, and you can ask to your another friend also, and by sharing these thoughts you can also tell to him. By sharing these conversation, you will notice that different kind and different varieties of food are available for us. So in this table, simply because lockdown is here and we are just only in our home, so for that we are going to perform this activity in our home also, in our home only. For that we are noticing, we are going to notice the eating habit of everyone in our family, including our father, mother, brother or sister. It can have our grandfather, grandmother also. We can also tabulate them in this table also. And like in first table, this is your first activity also. You have to write it in your notebook also. You see, I have wrote over here, like father in the breakfast, he took paratha, curd, tea and pickle. Mother in the lunch time, she took rice, dal, vegetable. Your brother or sister in the dinner time, what he took, roti, vegetable, salad and kheer. And in this table you are seeing variety of foods. There are more than 7 to 8 categories of food what we eat. So simply we have seen here that so many varieties are available for us to eat. And in dal and in every food item to prepare, there are some raw materials also. And for that raw material we are going to perform our second activity. Like here I have shown here activity 2, food and its raw material. I put over serial number, then food item, then raw materials. Like for roti, what the raw materials are needed for that, that is flour and water. To make dal we need pulses, water, salt, ghee, masale. To make kheer we need rice, sugar and some dry fruits. We can add some more also. So I have given an example here for this table, but you can make it yourself. Don't copy the same. You can create your table also and try the reality whatever happening over in your homes, whatever you are eating in the home. Try to put over here that food item, and when the school open we can share it with other students, and you can see there are more varieties of food available for everyone. So by this table you have seen that so many food items are available for us to eat, and for every food item we need some raw materials to make it. So we noticed it, and now we will forward to the next topic. Before that, simply I will tell you what is food. Food is anything that we eat and that provide nourishment to our body. Means what provides some nutrients to our body, that is called food. Food not only provide nutrients, it protect us from certain diseases, and we can growth and development of our body that takes place by this food also. And the most important, we get energy from this food. So I've told you basic definition of the food. Basic definition is simply food is anything that we eat and that provide our body energy and nourishment. That is food. And now going forward for the next topic. Students, now I am telling you about the real sources of the food material, from where that raw materials are obtained. Raw materials for every food item, from which real source it is obtained, about that I am telling you. There is a list of items, like I have listed 9 items here. There are many more, you can search over that. Like vegetables. For vegetables, there is agriculture, fields by the farming purposes, by the agriculture purposes. So many vegetables they gets planted, and the products obtained, they are sent to the market and wholesale market, and from the wholesale market it is sent to the different shops of the city or the village, and from that particular place we can get the vegetables. Similarly, fruits, and they are planted in many farms. There are many farmhouses. Like for the citrus fruit, there are separate farmhouse. For apple production, the cold area is needed. Like apples, they are planted in the northern region of India, like in the Kashmir area. There apples can be obtained, because every fruit or vegetable, it needs a particular environment to grow. It cannot be planted everywhere. They need a particular climate, particular temperature, and a proper care. That's how we can obtain that vegetables or fruits. And similarly, rice, it is a common product of our Punjab, Haryana, and these northern states of India. They are the maximum output for the rice and wheat production. In the rice and wheat, both are developed by the farming purposes, by agriculture in the field. So they are planted after every 6 months, and about that we are going to study more in the future classes. Similarly, going for the food material, that is milk. Milk is obtained from the cattles, like from cow, buffalo, and sometime it can be obtained from the goat. And so this is how milk can be obtained. That raw material can be obtained from the real source. Eggs, they are the product of the poultry farms. Their hens, they have taken care, and by that eggs can be produced, and then they are sent to the market, and from market, the wholesale market, they are sent to the shops. And similarly, in our mahallas, there are many shops, they get eggs from indirectly from that poultry farm via markets. Similarly, meat and chicken, both are the pigs, sheep, goat, cattle, and the poultry product. From that meat can be obtained. So the last, that is seafood. Seafood, it is separate name given from the vegetables and from the meat product. In southern states, seafood is not considered as the meat or chicken. It has been given a separate branch. And seafood, they have been fishes and prawns and so many other that are surviving in sea, that organisms, they take as seafood. So this is about the real source of every food material. There are a list of many more. We can write, we can increase this list by adding this. So we got noticed from this particular section that how that every vegetable, fruit and some cereals like rice and wheat, some pulses can also be added in this. Pulses, dal, like every, so many pulses are there that we are using in our food. They can also be planted by farming purposes. Majority pulses, they are grown over near Rajasthan, that is very suitable for their development. So these are so many food items. You can increase the list and write this list in your notebook also, because it is very crucial, it is very important. You can have 1 mark question or 2 mark question that what is the real source of that particular food material. You can write over by seeing this list. So going for the next topic. Continuing to food resources, food material and its resources. I have given here one table, some of the food items, its raw materials and its sources. So it will be more clarified for you. Like one of the South Indian food, that is idli, and how it is made. So idli sambar, it is a combined food item that is very delicious, used to eat in the southern area of India, most common there. But now here we are also eating that here in some of the cities. It is a very famous food. So it is made up of, what is that idli made up of? Rice. The raw material for idli is rice, and that rice is taken from plant. So in this table I have underlined the sources. You can see it. I have written a raw material oblique its source, and that is underlined. You can better see that. Similarly with the idli, very delicious sambar is made, and that sambar is made using pulses, that is moong dal. So some of the other pulses, maha, that is also used in that. Basically maha, they are used here, that pulse is used very commonly, and that pulse is a plant product, as well as salt is also added in that, and that salt is obtained from sea, because that you know that sea water is very salty, and by keeping the water out of that salty water, we can obtain a salt. That water can be kept out by the process of evaporation. You can study about that in the later classes. So similarly water is also used to make that, and water is obtained from canals, rivers, via waterworks system, that is in our cities and villages. Similarly one other food item, that is meat, like I have mentioned here, a sheep meat, and sheep is taken, that is an animal product, means the source of the sheep meat is animal, raw material is a sheep. And some of the masalas are also used, that masalas, they are plant product. So similarly oil is used, that oil may be vegetable oil, most commonly vegetable oil is used. Otherwise we can discuss about the ghee, desi ghee, that is a milk product. And water is used, that I have already told you, Water is obtained from canals, rivers, etc. via waterworks system. And other food item I have mentioned here, that is kheer, very delicious one. Everyone want to eat it. It is made up of rice, and that raw material is rice, and source of the rice is a plant. Similarly, milk is used to make kheer, and milk is an animal product. Sugar is used in that, and sugar is obtained from sugarcane plant, that is commonly known as ganna. So, concluding to this table, I am mentioning some of the products, and you have to be notice that which product is plant output, which is animal output. So like plant products are very common we using, like cereals. They are like wheat and rice, they are cereals. Pulses, like all we use to make dal, they are pulses, all categories of that pulses. Similarly, fruits, they are also plant product. Vegetables, also plant product. Masale we use, they are also plant product. Animal products that are commonly used to eat: milk, meat, and eggs. You can recognize them, they are mostly animal product. So from where that meat is taken, I have already told you so many animals in the previous part of this chapter. Eggs, I have told you the poultry, like hens, from that eggs are obtained. Milk sources, milk is obtained from cows, buffaloes, goats, and some of the milk products, they are very common for us: cheese, cream, butter, and curd. And milk is also used to make many of the sweet products. So this is this is more about the food material and its sources, the raw materials of the food, and the sources we known, and the food item we got it. From the concluding to this part, I have to tell you one thing more. That is, you noticed about the food in general, what we eat, that is food. Raw material is that, what is that food made up of, from which products that food is made up of. They are called its raw materials. And what are the sources? Sources are that from where that raw material is taken. So it is a long chain. You have to know about this. So now going forward to the next part. Dear students, now I am telling you about the parts of the plant that are utilized as a food. So here is one diagram that is representing almost all the plant parts, that include from its roots, the downward part, and then it is followed by stem. Then stem is subdivided to many branches. That branches, they are filled with many of the leaves, and then in between the leaves or at the tip of the plant, that most of the flowers are there. And before the flower bloom, its earlier part, that is flower bud. And flower bud is like a child that develop into a blooming flower. So why I am telling you about the plant parts? Including this, there are some other parts of the flower. One is a fruit, and one is seed. Seeds are present in the fruit part. You know from which part that this fruit is arised? Fruit is developed from the flower. the central part of the flower that is swollen to form a fruit, and in that fruit the seeds are developed. That seeds have the embryo that develop into a new plant. So they are base for a new plant. So now I am telling you which food we are using from every part of the plant. One thing I want to tell you, these plants, they are not only helpful for our food purposes, they are helpful to give us oxygen also, that is inhaled by us, so that the respiration can take place in our body. So now I am telling you few examples that which food items from which part of the plant we are taking. Like first of all, I am going to tell you about the leaves. Which leaves we are using as our food. You know about palak, that is rich in vitamin A. Similarly, dhania, pudina, mustard, so many others are there whose leaf we are using as our food. So you know that mustard means saag. Similarly, root part which we are using as our food, that is carrot, gajra, radish, मूलियाँ, sweet potato, shakarkandi. That is the root part of the plant that we are using as food. So stem part of the plant that we are using, that is potato, ginger, garlic and onion. These are stem parts of the plant. Similarly, seeds we are using to make vegetable oil, mustard oil, sarson da tel, soya bean oil we are using. It is using as a refined oil also. Fruits which are we using as our food, tomato, brinjal, etc. So many seeds we use, pulses, cereals and beans. Beans mean matar, chole, rajma, they are beans. Cereals means kanak, chawal. Pulses mean dala. So all these parts, they are rich in protein. So many vegetables are also there. These are also the parts of the plant. And finally here, that is flower nectar. You know about honeybee, madhumakhi. Honeybee take its nectar from the flower colored petals, and it store its nectar and use it for almost 4 to 5 months, and then after they vanish away, and again they extract the honey from the flower. Most of the honeybees survive. They stay near the portion, near the part of the land where there are flowering area, because from that flowers they have to extract most of its nectar. Similarly, sometime we use many flower pots, like you know about jam, jelly, squash. All are using many fruits. So all these are plant parts that we are using as our food. So you got noticed about most of the plants that you are using as food. So that part where I am telling you about the beans. They are very rich in protein. You try one experiment. You take few beans and you have to just put them in water for a full night, and in the next morning you will see they will become very soft, and pack them in one of the cloth piece and place it side by, and next morning you will see that beans, they started germinating. A white thread like structures, they comes out from the beans, and taking that part as a food is very delicious, as well as it is very fruitful for us. They provide us rich of the protein. We have to try it in our breakfast. You can do this activity also, and if you sprinkle some of the salt and some of the masalas on that germinated beans, and then it will be more delicious. So this is all I told you about the plant parts as a food. So you gained a knowledge that every part of the plant is very, very useful for us, whether it's root, stem, leaf, flower, fruit, seed, or flower nectar. So all these parts are very fruitful, and we have to use it properly, and they are very nourishing for us. Now the last part of this chapter, that what do animals eat? So we have seen so many animals around us that might be very small, or they are medium in size, or they are more than us in size, and we have seen the habits of food eating by all these animals. I have tabulated them in one table. You can see it, and you can write many more. Most of the belongings are near our home that we are mentioning here, but one or two, they are out of our home. So we have to add more also in this list, and please write it on your notebook also. So like the first in serial number, I have shown that as buffalo and cow. These are considered as cattles. So the food item they are taking, that is grass, husk, leaves, cereals, and many waste plant products they are using to eat. So sometime if you offer them a chapati or flour, they can also eat it. So this is means they are taking all the foods that are almost the plant products. Similarly, cats, they used to eat small animals, birds, and milk. And cat used to eat rat also. So lions and tiger, they only eat flesh, or deer. So many animals which are surviving in a forest area, and lion and tiger can eat any one of them. So even if human face lion or tiger, he have to struggle a lot to survive from it. Lizard is fourth in the list. You have seen it on the walls. It used to eat most of the insects. And fifth number is man. So what we eat? So we know some of us, they only take plant products. Some of us, they take both the plant as well as animal products. Honeybee, we have seen in the previous portion also, it uses the nectar of the flower, and so many more we can add in the list, and use its eating habit, what he eat, and depending upon their eating habit, all the animals, they are categorized in three categories. The first one is herbivorous, then is carnivorous, and then is omnivorous. What are herbivorous? Herbivorous, it is made up of one word, that is herb. Herb mean plant. Herb is considered as the category of the plant which is very small in size. So from that its name came. Herbivorous mean herb eating animals. Herb mean plant eating animals. They are categorized as herbivorous. So we have seen the eating habit in the previous in this table. So depending upon that we can give the example. Cows, buffalo, goat, deer, all these are herbivorous animals. Now come to carnivorous. Carnivorous mean only flesh eating, which eat meat, which eat the flesh of the animals. So they are the category in the name, that is lion and tiger. They are considered as carnivorous. Many more are there. We can write over here, but basically I have given you two examples minimum, because in the paper maybe you have asked about the example of the carnivorous animal. Define carnivorous, give example. So two examples are sufficient if you have to tell. Now one is omnivorous. Omnivorous mean both herbivorous and carnivorous. Mean the animals that can eat both the plants and animal and its products. So in the table we have shown two omnivorous, cat and man. So you can categorize them in the list. So you have seen so many animals and what they eat, and on their eating habit, in which category they are categorized regarding their food habits. They are herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. So in this chapter we have seen so many things. So regarding this chapter, few of the questions I am going to arise you. The first one is that, do all animals eat similar kind of food? Yes, you know, its answer is obviously no. Because most of the animals, they have different food, different eating habits. Similarly, second question is there, that give the name of 5 plants and its products that are used as a food. It is your exercise question number 2 also. So 5 plant products which we are using, you have seen in the previous table, like we are using masale, they are the plant product. We are using a brinjal, tomato as a fruit. We are using carrot, radish as a root part. We are taking potato, onion as a stem part. We are using nectar as a flower product. So there are so many products which are using from the byproduct of a plant. So there are few of the fill-ups that you have to know about here. Like first is that tiger is a dash because it eat only flesh. So we can say tiger is a carnivorous. Similarly, deer eat only plant and its product. So what we can call it? Herbivorous. Then is a dash is obtained from a cow, buffalo, goat. That's why it is called animal product, that is called milk. Similarly, from where we are obtaining sugar, that is sugarcane plant. So these are few of the examples, and regarding this you have to give few definitions also, which are very important, like how you can define herbivorous. Herbivorous means plant eating animals are called herbivorous. Example, cow, buffaloes. What are carnivorous? Flesh eating animals, they are called carnivorous, like lion, tiger. What are omnivorous? The organism that take plant as well as animals as their food, they are called omnivorous. Example for that is man, cat. So this is about similarly we have to give few more questions. If you have given that draw a diagram representing all the parts of the plant that I have shown you, and you can draw that also, labeling its all the parts, including its flowers, leaves, stem, roots, and that bud, etc. Everything you have to mention. Then there are so many questions that you can these questions you write on your notebook also, they are very important. Name all the milk products. So milk products you can write, that is cheese, butter, curd. So and milk cream is also one of them. Then you can write from where vegetable oils can be obtained, from the seeds of mustard, soya bean, etc. So then you have few of the questions more, like name the food items which we obtained from the roots of the plant. Carrot, radish, sweet potato, we can consider it. Then we have question that name the food items that we obtain from the stem of the plant. They are simply, we can say here, potato, onion, ginger, garlic, we can say it. And one of the Philip was left also. What so many questions we can add over here, that name some plant products which we are using from the seeds of the plants. So many cereals, pulses, beans, they are taken as they are obtained from the seeds of the plant. So this is all about the first chapter. So many things we can repeatedly watch from this lecture, and we can learn this lecture. So I think it may be very important, because the next chapter, in that chapter we are going to discuss about the components of food. So that's all about the first chapter. Thank you.